Today we're going to talk about the Turkish market in terms of consumer products and household goods. My name is Sera. I'm the UKTI trade advisor for these sectors, and let's begin with the agenda. So first we're going to go over the Turkish economic landscape and the overview of consumer products, household goods, the opportunities in the market, tips and recommendations for doing business in Turkey, and what we can do for your business. And then we'll take questions if you have any. So why Turkey? Because it's strategically important. It has 8 borders with, as you can see, it's considered as a bridge between Europe and Asia, and the location makes Turkey a strategically important country. And most of the distributors also work with countries on the right-hand side. So once you do business with Turkey, you will get access to those countries as well. And it's a growing market. And there's a growing middle class with around 80 million population. It's a really big market. Istanbul alone has 14 million people. Ankara has 5 million. Izmir has 4 million. And the average age is 30. Half of the population is actually below age 30. So it's a very young and dynamic country. There's a strong existing relationship between UK and Turkey. And it's backed by political partnership, and 2 prime ministers already committed to doubling the trade by 2015, and it's on target because the trade volume grew by 60% by 2013. It's overall Turkey is world's 17th largest economy, and it's 7th among European countries. And if you look at the numbers, it's Europe's 2nd fastest growing economy after Poland. And actually, there's been a great economic development, tripling GDP per capita over the last decade. That growth slowed down a little bit. Now it's around 3%, but it's still growing. Our currency is Turkish liras, but we do business in dollars and in euros. GDP, the total is 800 billion, and the GDP per capita is around $10,000. It's 2014 numbers, and you can consider it as an upper middle income country. The inflation rate is 8. The problematic area that we have is that the exchange rate, because it's 4.3 currently, which is really not helping. But Turkish economy, since it's getting better, it's going to go hopefully down. And financial center is Istanbul. It's not the capital as people think, but it's the financial center. In terms of trade and investment, UK is Turkey's 3rd largest export market, 11th largest import market. And when you enter the Turkish market, you will be competing with imported products from Russia, China, Germany, US, and Italy, because they are the biggest import markets. Russia is going to go down because of the latest political situations. And in fact, UK trade with Turkey has increased to around $6 billion in 2014. Investment-wise, for example, if you want to open your own business in Turkey or set up a store or something like that, it's really easy to start your own business because it takes an average of 6 days. And when you compare it to the world average of 30 days and OECD average of 12 days, it's very easy to set up a business. Now let's go over to consumer product sector in Turkey. Now, when we talk about consumer products, we're of course talking about food as well, but in terms of this presentation, we're going to talk about the cleaning, personal care, and other. These are the category shares. So cleaning has about 3.6, personal care 7.4, and other 0.6. Total consumer products trade in Turkey. Now, I highlighted the ones that are relevant to this presentation. Cleaning, as you can see, is around, these are quarter 1, 2, 3 numbers. So it's around $3 billion in terms of cleaning, personal care, 6. And you can see the subcategories numbers over here. So it's growing pretty rapidly. And in fact, in Q1 of 2015, Turkey showed 20% increase in personal care, which was among the top performing countries in Europe. So what drives that growth is that rising income levels. There's a, as I said, young and fast increasing population, and they're willing to try new products. There's a continued urbanization. Tourist arrivals are on the rise, but it's stagnated a little bit because of some unfortunate events lately. Still, there's a good tourist arrivals coming in. Increasing investment in shopping centers. In fact, there are 341 shopping centers in Turkey, and there are 75 in construction. That, of course, increases the foot traffic, and organized retailing is on the rise, which means that only like small mom and pop type of stores are not the only place that people go to for shopping. Now retailers have 55, organized retailers has 55% market share. And people use their credit cards more often. And e-commerce is booming, actually. So there are 18 billion online retail market in Turkey, and there are around 12,000 websites, and flash sale websites are quite popular in that. So when you enter the Turkish market, who your customers are going to be, basically it's going to be considered premium because of the price. As I said, there 4.3 is the currency, and on top of that, take the logistics costs and importation costs, it automatically becomes premium point product. So your target is going to be more like A+, B+ type of consumers. And by the regions, you would want to go to Istanbul. That's because the population has the highest disposable income there. And the second is West Side. And there's an income gap in Turkey, unfortunately, because even though the highest income group is about 6% of the total population, their income is 7 times more than the lowest income group. But that's basically your target market. And there's a mass affluent class, which is on the rise. By mass affluent, I mean it's not necessarily mass. They trade up quite often. They might go to a luxury store to pamper themselves. So that kind of working class people, they're developing. And expat community in major cities, that's going to be another target market for you. There are like 90,000 people in terms of expats. As I said, tourists, it's 41.4 million. And over 2.5 million comes from the UK. So what is the regular sales channel for consumer products? Now, let's say you have a distributor. That distributor is going to go to modern retail channel, and it consists of national accounts, local chains, and department stores. By national accounts, I mean cash and carry stores, hyper and supermarkets, and discount. And the supermarkets, Carrefour, Real, Tesco, Kipa, and Migros, they sell imported products. So basically, these are the ones that you want to be in. I'm going to go over the department stores in a minute, but then if they have other dealers, they will deal with traditional stores, perfumeries, and pharmacies. So they'll go to their dealers for the rest of the Turkish market. Here are the retailer shares in 2015 in terms of percentages. Discount is on the rise. It's in line with international trends. But they don't really do imported products, so it's really hard to get in. But the opportunity is maybe petrol stations, perfumeries, and pharmacies for UK brands. Again, some, as you can see, the traditional stores, which is below 50 square meters, are the biggest ones. So that's the type of, we call them bakkal, so that mom and pop type of stores. They're the largest one, but as I said, they are decreasing in terms of value and volume. Now, if you do go into Turkey, there are many channels. One is department stores. So Boyner is the biggest non-food retailer in Turkey, and they own YKM and Beymen. Beymen is the premium one. I'll go into the segmentation of department stores in a minute. So you can go to multi-brand cosmetic chains. You can see them here. You can do mass multi-brand cosmetic chains. Gratis actually is, they have around 300 stores, so they're the big ones, and they carry many UK brands. So that's a good one to go to. I put it down, mono-brand cosmetic chain, that's not relevant to you, but it's worth mentioning them because you can see what type of brands you're going to go against. So Body Shop is one. MAC has their own stores. Yves Rocher, L'Occitane, they're all internationals who open their own stores in Turkey. The other ones are local ones. And then pharmacies. Well, we don't have pharmacy chains like Boots. They're all independent. Some of them sell more premium ones like Dermalogica, Dr. Murad, but they're around approximately 10% of regular pharmacies. And then you have individual stores, mass retailers, as I said, Migros, Carrefour, Tesco, and Metro and Real. They are the ones, they have imported products. Again, mass discount chains, they don't do imported products really. If you have a direct marketing channel, Avon, MA, they are both in Turkey. Online, hepsi burada is like the Amazon of Turkey. Amazon is not in Turkey yet. We have eBay, but they are called gittigidiyor.com. And then we have flash sale websites where they have boutiques, but they have discounts, and those are Marcafoni, Hippo, Trendyol, and also direct consumer websites like Ballerin and the other ones. And as I said, e-commerce is booming in Turkey. So here's a pricing example. So just keep in mind that this is just a projection. It's not going to be the same here, but VAT is going to stay the same because usually for consumer products, you will get the highest VAT, which is 18%. And then retailers usually take 35 to 40%. And then the distributor can take 10%, 15%. It depends on your agreement. But you can, and there's a listing fee included. Some of the retailers take listing fees, but if they really believe that your product is going to sell, then they don't take it. And if you have a good distributor, they can negotiate on the terms. But at the end of the day, you have to start with 57 so that the shelf price can be 100, right? And you have to keep in mind about the logistics costs and importation costs because they will add up. Now, let's go over to the household goods sector now. Total retail, if you look at it, it's around 300 billion. As I said, the online retail is booming, so it's at 18 billion. But if you look at furniture and home textiles, it's a $57 billion market. And the growth is about 4%. And it's estimated to go up to $60 million in 2018. And the consumption of furniture, it's $6.8 billion, and it shows 10% growth. So what drives that growth is that, again, rising income levels, urbanization, real estate development projects, nationwide urban transformation projects. What I mean by that is the government is tearing down the old buildings which are not constructed well, earthquake code, or so they are tearing those down and they are building new ones, which creates a demand for new furniture, homeware, kitchenware, any type of household goods, really. So, and then there's a rapid spread of homewares and home furnishing stores in Turkey. That's quite big. I'm going to go over which ones in a minute. And shopping centers, as I said, they're on the rise. And offering gifts to people who are moving to a new home, getting married, or if you go to a dinner to someone's place, you buy giftware and homeware and kitchenware. And that's a tradition, and that is not going to go away. So that drives growth. And again, e-commerce. People buy it online. People go to the websites to purchase some of the products. So here's a segmentation of the department stores, right? We compare it with, let's say, UK and Turkey. If you go from the top, Beymen and Harvey Nichols, they are like the most premium ones. And then we have Debenhams, we have like 2 stores there. Boyner, as I said, is the biggest non-food retailer. They own YKM and Beymen. And then we have a local one called Özdilek. So as you can see, there's a gap between Harvey Nichols and Debenhams, and Boyner saw that, so they're launching another concept with Beymen to fill in that mass affluent class. In terms of homeware, giftware retailers, these are the big ones, and they sell imported products. So keep that in mind when talking to your distributor, or if you want to go directly to retailer, these are the ones to go to. In terms of toys and gadgets, these are, again, we have, for example, Mothercare. We have Hamleys in Turkey. So if you are already selling to them, then there's an opportunity for toys and gadgets. Speaking of opportunities in the Turkish market, if you have a niche product, if you have a luxury product, because in luxury products the pricing is not going to be an issue, so there's no limit to luxury. So even if if you calculate 4.3 and logistics or whatever, you are going to be premium no matter what. So, and there's a growing luxury market in Turkey, and we have like Middle Eastern tourists. They come to Turkey to buy products. You have technology used in retail and consumer products like SEM, SEO, foot traffic counting, and things like that. So technology is not manufactured in Turkey, so they import that know-how. Cosmetics products, especially the ones with the appealing packaging, that's very important. Cosmetics raw materials is the biggest imported item in terms of cosmetics, especially chemicals, fragrances, toys and games. There are 19 million children below age 14 in Turkey, so that is a big market. Cookware, tableware, kitchenware, giftware, for all the reasons that I already stated. Costume jewelry, they're all really imported. Personal accessories, watches, and those products with unique designs, there are opportunities for that. And usually distributors want to sell broad product lines, not like 1 or 2, but if you have, for example, let's say you're a bath and body company, do you have bath, body, makeup range, or anything like that? They want to see range, they want to see a full line so that they can justify the transaction. But most importantly, if you have a solid, unique selling proposition, differentiation point, innovation, and a compelling story and background, then there are opportunities for you, because they always ask about the background. For cosmetics products, for example, where do you sell in the UK? Were you featured in any magazines, and how did that start? Target market and things like that. So that's really, I mean, that's relevant for every market actually. Wherever you go, if you have those, you'll be successful exporting your products. So here are the UK brands in the Turkish market. Very familiar, I guess. For example, Yardley is sold at Gratis stores, Creighton's as well. Mothercare, Laura Ashley, they have a distributor called Demsa. They represent many British retailers actually. Hamleys has 1 store. ShopperTrack is, again, they do foot count in shopping centers, and they're a client of ours. And they're kind of our success story, because we work very closely and they're doing very well. Now, tips and recommendations, what to do in Turkey. Um, Basically, there are European business ethics and modern management practices. There are highly educated managers, growing skills base, increasing use of English. That may vary, but still you can do a business. And people are internationally minded, and they have good regional awareness. They want to build personal relationships first. So they will, if you have a one-to-one meeting, for example, they will take you to, they will offer you tea. They want to learn more about who you are before they do business. They want that trust, and they will not go directly to business. They will talk about weather first and drink tea, coffee, and then start talking about business. So keep that in mind. Well, my recommendations for you would be visiting the market. I can talk about Turkish market all day, but if you don't go and see the market yourself and conduct one-to-one meetings, then things won't really happen, because you are the best judge of your product and where it should sit at. Take a look at your competitors, take a look at the retail environment, basically study the market first. And then Turkish market can be quite competitive. It's not your average country, really, because people want to go into Turkey. They see the potential, but distributors are approached by many people around the world. So you have to support them with marketing activities. You have to keep in contact with them and tell them why you are different and why it's going to work. So the distributor has to believe in your product. So that is established in close relationship with partner. And write paperwork on time. I cannot emphasize that. For example, don't send a sample and then let the customer know. Always talk to your export department to give the tracking numbers. Say that the product is on the rise. On the way. Always show the right paperwork. That is really key, because customs is a problematic area in Turkey. And visit the market periodically. After you don't just appoint a distributor and disappear. Just visit them and see how they're doing. Go to client meetings with them. Follow trends. Trends change quite often. For example, we didn't have an organic market 5 years before now. Now we do. People weren't aware of vintage products. Now there are vintage products. Things like that. So definitely follow the trends. Again, Turkish customs is a highly regulated place, and it's really different than the EU. There are taxes. So we have customs union, right? We are not in European Union, we have customs union. So you don't have the regular customs duties for UK businesses, but there are additional duties for if you're manufacturing in China, for example. Because of country of origin, there might be additional duties and taxes. Or government decides to have protectionist measures. For example, we have in furniture, and they introduce new taxes for like shoes in leather, so things like that. So make sure you supply the paperwork and check the requirements before you export. These are the consumer products trade shows and household goods trade shows in Turkey. Why not do your market visits in line with them? Be to your area, like cosmetics and all that. You can combine your market visit with a trade show. You don't have to exhibit immediately. Just go visit, talk to companies. We really recommend that. So what we can do for you is that, well, we have sector specialists. We also cover Central Asia, South Caucasus, and Ukraine. So our regional office in total covers 9 countries. So definitely use us for market advice. Overseas market introduction service. It's a paid research, but it's really worth everything, because what we do is we conduct a tailored market research for you. We contact your potential customers or distributors on your behalf. Say we're calling from the British consulate, so that really opens doors. And we introduce your company and the products. We send them the brochures, and we translate your materials, and we follow up. We say, are you interested in this product? Would you like to meet the company? And then we schedule one-to-one meetings. Business opportunities, we go to Turkish companies and ask for what they're looking for. And definitely publish these opportunities in exportingisgreat.gov.uk address. Definitely go there and register, and you can see all the business opportunities around the world from there. And we represent your company at trade shows that we attend. We distribute your brochures if you send them to us. We check your commodity codes, HS codes, to give you an idea about the import duties or the regulations and paperwork you need to supply first. For example, there's a special consumption tax on cosmetics. You have to notify the government and things like that. So your distributor has to take care of them, but you have to know this as well to do business in Turkey. And when you launch a product, let's say you entered the market, you can use the British Embassy in Ankara and our BCG, British Consul General, Istanbul, for your events and your launch events.